So keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do this all night.
Hey, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel. We're getting this kind of intro because once again, just like the Bees News video, accidentally deleted my pre-recorded stuff. So today's video is for the December, how is it December already? Polish pickup. The theme this month is maker's choice, so every maker just did whatever the heck they wanted. As per usual, I have all the sale information down in the description box, links, all that good stuff. Products featured in today's video were sent to me by the brands for the purpose of swatching as well as reviewing, and this video was also sponsored. Thank you all very much for that. All thoughts and opinions are my own. These polishes are all available actually right this very second, just went on sale. Also, a video went up earlier today of my very first vlog for Vlogmas, so definitely check that out because I'm very I'm not a vlogger, but it was fun to record. That's it for this intro. Let's just get into the video. First up, we have All Mixed Up Lacquers with Life Got Me Looking Like Cynthia. All Mixed Up Lacquers was inspired by Cynthia from the Rugrats, and this is described as being a pink berry base with green, pink, purple shifting shimmer, 3 different intense color shifting flakes, as well as reflective glitter. It's priced at $13 for 15 ml, and it has a cap of 150 bottles. So this polish had a really good but thicker formula. I did find application very easy, but it is very much on the thicker side, in large part due to the amount of flakies in here, as well as those reflective glitter. So this one is fairly sheer, so you will want to build it up to get the most opacity. Use it as a topper, which you are seeing here. Like, look at how big the flakies are in this polish. I did find that as a topper, they're a bit easier to see, but I was able to see like these big ol' honkin' flakies in person. I swatched this one in 3 coats. I did have some visible nail line with it, but I did think that the visible nail line was distracted from like the shimmer, the flakies, and the glitter. And the reflective glitters do dry down fairly textured, so you will want to at least double up on your top coat for a nice smooth finish. And of course, removal will be on the more difficult side. I would not recommend scrubbing this one off. Next up, we have Bees Knees Lacquer with the Erkling. Bees Knees Lacquer was inspired by the book Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This is a companion polish to last month's Perchta. The brand describes this one as a deep violet base with extra sparkly red to green shifting shimmer, and it's priced at $13 for 15 ml and has no cap. The brand also does warn that this polish is a potential stainer, and yeah, this is definitely a stainer, but wow, it does look very beautiful, so I will give it that, but I would definitely recommend doubling up on your base coat to help prevent any staining with this one. It is a fairly sheer polish, so you will also want to build it up to get the most opacity. I swatched it in 3 coats plus glossy top coat. Next up, we have Cameo Colors Lacquers with Icy Gray Skies. The brand was inspired by the sky in winter when it's going to snow. The brand describes this one as a blue-gray crelly base with a touch of holographic sparkle in gold shimmer, full of gold metallic flakes as well as silver holographic micro flakes. It's priced at $11.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 105 bottles. This polish is actually part of a trio with the 2 other colors releasing on the brand's website. So this one had a fantastic formula. I love the addition of all of the gold in this polish. I thought the pairing was really nice with the base. This polish was very opaque on me, so I only needed 2 coats for my full hand swatches, and of course I added top coat. Removal will be on the more easy side, but a little bit messy. Next up is Clionadh Cosmetics, which is a new brand to the channel. They were inspired by a fusion between psychedelic aesthetic and the effect of oil on water. This is described as being a magenta, orange, gold, lime shifting magnetic multi-chrome polish with a green, violet, red shifting shimmer and fine scattered holographic glitter. It's priced at $13 for 11.5 ml, and I think this one has no cap. So this polish had a fantastic formula. It magnetized so easily. I am really glad that I purchased some of their magnetic polishes from their website because like this was a fantastic formula. The multi-chrome in here is super color shifty. You see all of the colors and you get like a double whammy from like the color shift from the magnetic pigment and then like the second shimmer that has like color shiftiness in there as well. All around fantastic polish. It does not dry down, super textured, so 1 coat of top coat smoothed it out perfectly for me. I swatched this one in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. Removal won't be too terrible. I soaked it off with no issues. Next up is Crystal Knockout with Fairy Impersonator. The brand was inspired by hummingbirds and it's described as being a lilac to periwinkle jelly thermal base with tons of silver reflective glitter as well as color shifting flakies in orange, violet, and fuchsia. It's priced at $12 for 15 ml and has no cap. Fairy Impersonator had a really great but very thick formula. Not terribly surprising again because of those reflective glitters. And of course the reflective glitters do dry down with some texture, so I did pair this one with a glitter smoothing top coat before going in with my quick dry top coat. That combination seemed to smooth everything out perfectly. The thermal aspect started changing on me right away. I would say both color states have like a muted kind of smoked out look to them, and they just look really nice with the flakies. The flakies are the larger, like big old chunky flakies, which I personally always really enjoy. These are not the type of flakies that leave like little pokey up bits on the nail, so the only texture you're really getting is from the reflective glitter. I swatched this one in 3 coats plus 2 coats of top coat. Removal, of course, will be on the more difficult side. I would not suggest scrubbing this one off. Next up is another new to the channel brand. This one is Ember Nail Lacquer. Their polish is called Into the Nether. They were inspired by the blue and purple nebula, and this is described as being a blue to purple duochrome base with red holographic glitter, color shifting flakes, glitter, and blue shimmer. It's priced at $13 for 15 ml and has a cap of 150 bottles. This polish had a really fantastic formula, but it does start off pretty sheer, so you will want to build it up to get the most opacity. I do think if you want like full even coverage, this will likely be a solid 3-coater unless you go in for a little bit thicker of a coat. The flakies and glitters all spread out very evenly and easily, but they do give off a little bit of texture. I used 1 coat of top coat for my swatches, but I do think potentially that this one, like the longer you wear it, then it might get a little bit less glossy with time. So potentially a glitter smoothing top coat might be beneficial with this one, or doubling up on your top coat. And as you're seeing here out in natural lighting, the brighter the lighting, the more transparent this one looks on the nail. But personally, I thought it was very beautiful. So I swatched this one in 3 coats plus glossy top coat. Removal will be a little bit messy, kind of difficult, but not terrible. And now we have Heather's Hues with Bucks Cup. Heather was inspired by her favorite Starbucks tumbler. This one is described as being a sheer purple base packed with a mix of holographic glitters, flakies, and micro shreds, as well as a mix of iridescent glitters and flakes. It is priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 150 bottles. This polish had a fantastic formula. It was on the more sheer side on the first coat. I think you could use this one as a topper. I ended up only going in for 2 coats for my full hand swatches because I just really thought the coverage was gorgeous. Like, this is super, super, super sparkly. The polish is a little bit on the thicker side though, and it does dry down fairly textured, so a glitter smoothing top coat will do you really nicely. There are some like big ol' honkin' flakies in here, which again, I freaking love, and this polish was just all around gorgeous. Removal is going to be extremely difficult. You're gonna wanna use either a peel off base coat or use the soak off method to remove this one. Next up, we have KBShimmer with Awfully Fond of You. KBShimmer was inspired by sunsets in the tropics. This one is described as being a rich purple in color that quickly shows off a range of hues from bold fuchsia to blue leaning royal to near indigo. This polish also has scattered micro flakes. It is priced at $12 for 15 ml and has no cap. Awfully Fond of You had a fantastic formula. I was pleasantly surprised that this one was very opaque. I only needed 2 coats to reach full opacity. The shimmer in here is super strong and is really beautiful. It is not the most color shifty purple. It has like an indigo bluish kind of color to purple with a pinky fuchsia at extreme angles. So I swatched this one in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. It does dry down a little bit dull, so you will definitely want top coat to give it a nice glossy finish and no issues on removal. Super quick popping in to talk about the KBShimmer Sugar Scrub for December. The scent this month is called Blueberry Muffin. KBShimmer was inspired by breakfast of all things, and you know, the scent is all blueberry muffin. Here is what it looks like. This one smells particularly delicious. I love blueberry muffins, and I would say this one definitely smells like what you think it would. You do get a nice smack of vanilla with it. But yeah, it's fruity and bakery, which are my top 2 favorite scents. I struggle with what to say about something new about this product every single month other than talking about the fragrance. This is my favorite sugar scrub in the whole world. I use it all the time. I keep jars of it in both bathrooms. When I was pulling this one out of the refrigerator a moment ago, I discovered that I had a lot more of these than I realized. So I like it a lot. So this is priced at $10 for 9.5 ounces, and this is a lot of product, so it'll last you quite a while. And now we have Night Owl Lacquer with Falloween Always. This polish was inspired by the owner Lindsay's favorite season, fall and Halloween. This polish is a clear base filled with a purple reflective glitter pigment, red, orange, gold, green crystal chameleon flakes, as well as black flakes. It is priced at $13 for 15 ml and has no cap. This polish had a fantastic formula. It was a little bit on the thicker side. Even with the thickness, I found application very easy. The purple reflective glitters in here do give the polish an overall purple look on the nail, even when you're not in like bright lighting that will give you like that reflective look. I found out in natural lighting that I was able to see both the silver and purple reflex on the nail. I freaking love it when Lindsay does polishes like this, and this one was absolutely stunning. The reflective glitter do give this polish some significant texture, so you will want to double up on your top coat. I did use a glitter smoother before my quick dry top coat for this one. For my full hand swatch, I did swatch this one in 2 coats. I did have a little bit of visible nail line with it. You could add a 3rd coat to get some more opacity, but I just personally really like this finish in 2 coats. Removal, of course, will be extremely difficult if you scrub this one off. Just don't do that to yourself. Next up, we have Poetry Cowgirl with Dusk in the Pines. The brand was inspired by dusk outside of their kitchen window, and this one is described as being a pale, delicate blue base packed with a gold, orange, green shifting shimmer, iridescent UCC flakies, and emerald green holographic glitter. It is priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has no cap. This polish has such a good formula. I was pleasantly surprised that I actually liked how this one looked on the nail. I did swatch it in 3 coats as I found in 2 coats. It wasn't quite there for me in coverage, but I am not generally a pale blue kind of girl, and the shimmer and the glitter is just, everything made this one look really beautiful. The glitters do not give this one too much texture, so 1 coat of top coat smooths everything out really nicely. This is just a really beautiful icy polish. Next up, we have Restored by Polish with Darling Dahlia. Restored by Polish was inspired by the dahlia flower, and this one's described as being a moody red, shifting from a deep cranberry to a brick red depending on the lighting, that also has black to red flakes. It is priced at $13 for 12 ml and has a cap of 100 bottles. So this polish had a fantastic formula. It does have an almost like jelly crelly-ish kind of base that a lot of reds tend to have, and I would agree with the brand that like the shade of red varies greatly depending on your lighting. This one is going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on how you feel about visible nail line. I did use 3 coats for my swatch photos, and I also was kind of curious how this one would look matte because I love the black thread flakes with a matte top coat in particular. I'm not a red lover, I always say that, but it's the truth. I'm just not a red person, so this one wasn't for me, but I did really like how it looked matte. Next up, we have Sassy Sauce Polish with Blue Diamonds. The brand was inspired by a photo of a New Year's Eve... Stormy! Sorry about that. The brand describes this one as a seafoam green jelly with a sparkly micro glitter and purple pink blue shifting shimmer. It is priced at $13 for 15 ml and has a cap of 500 bottles. So this polish had a really great but thicker formula. It was a lot more opaque than I expected a jelly base to be. I do think it's likely going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on application. For my full hand swatch, it seemed good in 2 coats, but I did use 3 coats for my full hand swatches. The micro glitter in here gives this polish a lot of sparkle and surprisingly minimal texture. 1 coat of top coat seemed to smooth everything out really nicely. So that is Blue Diamonds in 3 coats plus glossy top coat. I don't anticipate removal being overly difficult with this one. And the final polish is by Twisting Nether Lacquer, and this one is called The Wicked Deep. The brand was inspired by the cover of The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. This is described as being a blue jelly base with silver holographic glitters, matte white glitter, silver flakes, and iridescent glitters. This one does also come with a little baggie of glitters for glitter placement. It is priced at $13.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 200 bottles. This polish had a fantastic formula, but it was fairly thick. I did not have any issues with application. I goofed here and forgot to hit record for my 2nd coat. You will really want to give this polish a really good shake in order to get those larger glitters out on the nail easily without doing any fishing. I did find when I ran this one through my nail polish shaker, I got out a ton more of the stars and the moons. For my live swatch, this had been sitting on my table for several days, so I wasn't getting them out, so I did have to give this one a really good shake to get those larger ones out. What you were seeing here is me just like going ham and adding a whole bunch of glitter to show you all what the glitter placement is like. And I did use glitter placement for my full hand swatch because you give me a bag of glitter, I'm gonna do glitter placement. That's just how I am, that's what I like. And this one was really gorgeous. The glitters do give this one quite a bit of texture, so I did use a glitter smoothing top coat. And as you can see, polish is pretty sheer, so you will have very obvious visible nail line with this one. And of course, the glitters will be a bit more difficult on removal. Alrighty, that is everything. So as far as top picks go, I'm definitely going with the Hues, the Twisting Nether Lacquer, the Night Owl Lacquer, as well as the Clionadh Cosmetics. I freaking loved all of those polishes. They were all fantastic. I would love to know what everyone else is planning on picking up from Polish Pickup. Like, let me know, because I'm always so curious what everyone like was digging. Thank you all so much for hanging with me I'll say this past year. Like, I'm gonna have more videos up throughout the month, but this is the last Polish Pickup video for the year. So I just want to say thank you all so much for checking out the channel. Thank you for watching the videos. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy my Polish Pickup reviews. Thank you to my channel members for helping support me. I love you all so much. Link in the description box if you'd like to join. And don't forget to give my new Vlogmas vlog some love, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I would really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll see you all on Sunday for the live stream, and yeah, that's it. Bye.